On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beach smoke, you is not yourself. I see him conspire, cross the line, the fire. And this bitch here, for no kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features, me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps, coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got chopper stash in the attic like they in Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See him throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a made, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Say they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They take their head over, nigga.
I read where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no hoe to lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they say, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jackie. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on his Glock and call it young baby. You real trigger, know them dots, you a bird feeder. Claiming he a demon, what's a demon to a cold leader? When he said something, I ain't hear him, this shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpha. Play if he want, it's laying in the the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I enjoy. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy. Fuck, man. No, never know a nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Yeah, you nigga know I'm about to bring the heat, right? Shit, I used to leave the street light. Hey, now I still keep the heat tight. Now nigga on go like a green light. They say 144, nigga, you can get it. Ain't gotta tell me twice. Tryna stack a couple grand, get on some land, that'll put us on our feet. I'm in the field with the Warriors. And you know a nigga glorious, but we still keep it G though. Keep them tools Home Depot. Might hit him with the Rico. Hey, hit the nigga with the Rico. Hey, said they fucked up the rap game. What you looking at me for? So I know they can't stand me. That's why I keep a Glock handy. Might sip a little brandy. While I'm chillin' with the family. Tell him a real nigga landed. Dressing all black like a bandit. Bitch, I ain't come to play. Bitch, I came to do damage. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. Back, now we ballin'. Ain't Babylon fallin'. You know the path a nigga walk. Nigga raised up, now I'm all in. And all I ever wanted was the win and the big body Benz. Now I'm gone in the wind, tryna stack a couple in. Now let's get it in, yeah, let's get it in. About to make the shit tremble. 144, the rebel. About to turn it up a level. Heat the bitch up like lava. And it probably bring a whole mob. And all that we fear is our father. And I'm headed for the top dollars. And ain't none gon' stop me. None gon' stop. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know. No coward, no nigga came back down. I thought I'd let you know that I was gone, but I never left. I'm back now. I thought I'd let you know this brotherhood is a whip, and I never let it go. Never let it free. Shit, I kill for my niggas. I thought I'd let you know.
All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, under commanding General Yohana. We're here tonight in Killeen, Texas. You know what I'm saying? This is the Wednesday night law class. Let's give the Lord a hand. Okay, all right, man. Tonight's lesson is that Blacks, Hispanics, and Natives are held to a double standard in this country, man. We're gonna be breaking it down for you. A lot of news has come out recently. You know, all sorts of news about Donald Trump stealing. I guess they didn't tell him he couldn't take it home. Stealing classified documents and hoarding them by box loads, truckloads, in his Mar-a-Lago mansion and golf course, man. We're going to be breaking that down, all sorts of things like that. And tonight we got Priest and Officer Bunzayan in the class, man. Let's give him a hand. He here every day, every class, doing his damn thing. And we're going to kick it off right. Let me get this straight. I'm working up. Look, we got so much tech going for you guys, man. We're live in 5 places. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Instagram. Peep us out. We on Instagram too. We're gonna be kicking it out for you guys like that for a while. Priest, if you could give me Ecclesiasticus 12:10, just hold that for me. I got a lot of videos for you all as well. We're gonna start off with a video. That's what we're gonna do. Get straight into it.
Black woman shot and killed during a raid on her apartment. Officials say 3 of the officers lied to get the search warrant. Faith Abubi has the story.
This morning, these 4 current and former Louisville Metro police officers facing newly filed charges in the death of 26-year-old Breonna Taylor. The Justice Department alleging that former detectives Joshua James, Kelly Goodlett, and Sergeant Kyle Meany falsified an affidavit used to obtain a search warrant that led to the botched drug raid of Taylor's home, violating her civil rights.
Those violations resulted in Miss Taylor's death. Among other things, the affidavit falsely claimed that officers had verified that the target of the alleged drug trafficking operation had received packages at Ms. Taylor's address. In fact, defendants James and Goodlett knew that was not true.
After officers shot and killed Taylor, James and Goodlett, according to court documents.
Let me tell you something, man. In this country, Blacks and Hispanics have it rough. You can't even be in your own home, sleeping in your own bed, and feel safe. I remember when they killed Breonna Taylor, they said that the boyfriend had shot first and things like that. I'm gonna bring out how all of that was a lie. The entire what do you call it? The court, them going to the judge, what they told the judge to get the search warrant was a lie. They lied and said that they physically observed, drug packages being moved in and moved out, received and shipped, when that was a lie, and things like that. All just so that they could, steal a woman's home, you know what I'm saying, and kill her and the boyfriend, whoever the boyfriend was who lived there. They were searching for a whole nother man, but they only found Breonna Taylor and her new boyfriend. I'm gonna get right back to it. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna break it all down for you.
Met in a garage and agreed on investigators about what happened.
Breonna Taylor should be alive today.
Say her name.
Look, the Department of Justice has to come out and tell people Breonna Taylor should be alive today, but she's not. You know what I'm saying? That's the harshness that blacks and Hispanics suffer, you know, in this wicked place. You could be following the law, be a law-abiding citizen, trying to enjoy yourself in America, but because you live in a area that is about to be gentrified, your life is in danger. Your livelihood is in danger. That you can see that today. All low-income neighborhoods are at risk of being upheaved and changed entirely because this kingdom loves money more than it loves the poor. It loves lucre more than it loves life. And that's the kind of people that you serve and worship in this kingdom, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, man. I'm gonna break it down for you. We're gonna get it up. Let me get this live going. I'm gonna get right where the part where it says where she describes the incident, the shooting that killed Breonna Taylor. Need about 8 hands. I'm not even gonna lie, I can need about 8 hands. Okay. All right, if you're joining me tonight on TikTok, we are discussing the double standards in America if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man. Let's get this right.
In carrying out their public duties. The indictment alleges that by preparing a false affidavit to secure a search warrant for Breonna Taylor's
Listen to that. They secured a false affidavit, which is illegal, and which was discussed initially when Breonna Taylor was killed. They said, why did they get a no-knock warrant? Nobody's doing drugs or selling drugs in here. They lied and said, you know, we saw it happening. Every right wing and everybody who got that blue stripe on their pickup truck says you got to believe the police. They just did what was right. And Breonna Taylor wouldn't have died if the boyfriend, you know, I'm good for right now. If the boyfriend didn't shoot first, which was a lie. That was a lie. They lied and said Breonna Taylor's boyfriend shot first. And you should have seen them dragging that brother out, man. They lumped him up. They wish they would have shot him. They wish those bullets would have hit him, but because they didn't, they had to beat him up before they arrested him and then eventually dropped the charges. But all of that because of they want to lie on a police search warrant to steal a woman's home. Right. To steal a woman's home. And it ended up killing her, man. Let's keep going.
Homes. Defendants James and Meany willfully deprived Breonna Taylor of her constitutional right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. And we allege that Ms. Taylor's death resulted from that violation.
This is the Department of Justice saying that the police deprived this Black woman of her constitutional rights. This is the police policing the police, saying, all right, the police in Georgia, they killed this sister. They killed this sister and they broke the law to do it. And it's what, 2 years later, the woman's, you know, she's dead, and her family had to fight years, day after day, lawyer after lawyer. They wouldn't take the hush money. Then they gave him a full lawsuit settlement. That wasn't enough. Her mother and father had to continue to fight to get this justice, man. Continue to fight. And now they're coming out with the information. Now, the whole time, white people are saying, why are you marching? Why are you complaining when we don't get justice in America, man? We've been here following the rule. You can follow the rules and still end up dead in your own bed, man. Like they did that Black Panther like they did Breonna Taylor right here. Let's keep listening.
In a separate indictment, the grand jury charges former LMPD detective Brett Hankison with using unconstitutionally excessive force during the raid on Ms. Taylor's home. Without a lawful objective justifying the use of deadly force, defendant Hankison traveled away from Ms. Taylor's doorway to the side of the building and fired 10 shots into Breonna Taylor's apartment through a bedroom window and a sliding glass covered with blinds and
Let me tell you something, man. They blind shot into Breonna Taylor's home without saying police, without even seeing anybody. They couldn't even see who was there. They didn't breach the house first. They didn't try to open the door. They didn't try to kick in the door. None of that. The first thing they did was shoot through her window and a glass door, dropping bullets, just making it rain in there because their intention was to kill whoever was in that home. Right. It wasn't to arrest them. That's what an arrest warrant is, so that you can take them in and give them due process. But they didn't do that. They went in and the first they circled the house. You know what they do? They look through the window. They can't see. Just start shooting. The police are the real criminals, man. Right. The police are the real criminals. I don't want to hear you saying Mexicans coming over, trying to come over illegally are criminals and rapists. Really, these police are criminals, and everybody who tried to fight for them and say they did nothing wrong. All these supremacists out there, they didn't saying the police did nothing wrong. They were just doing their jobs when they lied and intentionally killed a woman. I can't trust your opinion either. You can't see what's right in front of your eyes. I'm gonna get it for you today. You know what I'm saying? You got MAGA supporters, you got Trump supporters saying that they don't trust the police now because the FBI is doing their job and recovering stolen classified documents that the then President Donald Trump stole. I can't make it up. I'm gonna pull that for you right now. These it's really insane. Look at this. I'm gonna get that verse from you right after I get this video on. I'm gonna get that right after I get this.
I'm Nick Nimmons, and I'm a StreamYard user.
Oh, we got an ad.
I've been live streaming. Message now to President Trump and his supporters.
If you're coming in now, man, drop us a like. We really appreciate it. We're gonna be breaking down the double standards in America if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian. You could get killed by the police, and you have to literally take the police and sue them time after time to get a semblance of justice. Or you could be, you could have orange hair and pale skin and steal classified documents and still walk away a free man. They proved he stole the documents. They're in your house. They're in your house. You should be arrested. Donald Trump still walking out here tweeting, the FBI is a criminal organization. Defund the FBI. It's funny that you say that now because you're the target. But back when the FBI was back when the FBI was putting hits on Black leaders like MLK, Malcolm X, and the Black Panther Party, it was a hush. It was a hush in the room. Everybody said the FBI is doing a great job. The FBI is doing a great job. Well, I'm here to point out all the double standards that this wicked country is, performing on so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Let me pull up this. You're gonna love this. Let me pull up this tape from Fox News at their rationale on why they actually went to go look for the classified documents. This is gonna be hilarious. It's everybody's fault, but theirs. Let's get this for the people at home.
Buck Saxon here joins me now, former CIA officer. You're going into the home of a presidential candidate. He hasn't, anybody assumes he's running for president. This is after they went after his campaign with wiretaps and other federal investigative raids. This is insane, Buck.
Jesse, it almost feels like a preemptive coup. We've heard so much about the insurrection and the coup, but this is preventing. This is meant to.
He called this raid on the Mar-a-Lago a preemptive coup. He's basically equating it to January 6th. He's equating the FBI doing their job as them. You're trying to undermine the future president of America. Right. Do you see the hypocrisy? Do you see the hypocrisy in these people that lead the nation? That lead the nation. Now the FBI is not doing their job. Right. Hey, aren't you supposed to be killing black people? What are you doing? What are you doing hassling Donald Trump? What are you doing hassling the future president of America? Let's listen some more. Yeah, go ahead.
Just real quick, you bring out something heavy. They were doing their job. The CIA and the FBI were doing their job when they put crack in the 80s.
Right.
In the neighborhood, you know?
Right. The CIA, the water priest. Give him a hand. Let's give him a hand. The CIA and the FBI, they were doing their job when they put crack in the black and Hispanic neighborhoods in the 80s. They were doing their job. They were doing a good job then. Nobody said a thing. Right. The goddamn articles were declassified. Everybody was like, that's weird. I guess, but they're probably doing something else now. Right. They're probably doing something more productive, something actually good now. Right. Until they're going to find the declassified documents that Donald Trump stole. Dang. He stole them. Stealing is a crime in America, right? Especially when it's a declassified, it's a classified document, man. Now, I don't know how in your red hat brain you can say, man, they just really y'all are gonna do. The people who was on the Capitol steps January 6th are right. saying, man, y'all are doing a coup. Y'all can't do that. Y'all are trying to take over. Y'all are trying to disrupt the democratic process. Right. I don't know how you can say that unless you believe in double standards. Unless you believe that something is right when you do it, but it's wrong if somebody else does it. Right. It's wrong if somebody else does it to you, but it's right if they're doing it to the people you don't like. Right. And that's what this country is. Right. Is this country says we're all equal, says we all got a fair handshake, says everything's, everybody has a chance, but really there's a certain group of people who are perpetually and forever stepped on, right. Perpetually and forever undermined. Ukrainians aren't locked in cages on the border. You know that? Did you know they're not? Ukrainians are actually coming through the border of Texas and Mexico. None of them made it into it. None of them are in a cage. They're getting expressed through, man. There is a double standard in this country, and I'm here to force it into the face of anyone who believes differently. Right. Anybody who think differently, man. Hey, come on in here, drop us a like. We're gonna break it down. Let's get some more of food. They're always a gem. They're always good. They're always good for it. Let's see what half of the country of America thinks. Because really, Donald Trump won the popular vote last election cycle. He won the popular vote. He won more regular average Americans voting. Right. Let's see what half of America thinks.
Prevent Donald Trump from being able to run again. I think everyone's heard so much about the insurrection and the coup, but this is meant to prevent Donald Trump from being able to run again. I think everyone's very aware of the fact that Democrats have been preparing and they've been talking about this for quite some time. And the notion that somehow suddenly there's this great need to go around all the cooperation.
You know what they're saying? They're saying that it's a little too convenient that now they're going after the documents that he stole 3 years ago. Right. They're trying to ration. How about he stole the documents? How about that? I don't care. You're so perplexed, and you want to know why did they do it? Because he stole declassified documents, and they asked him for years to return them, and he did not do it, and he refused to do it, and so they had to go get a special, a special jury to allow them to go perform this raid, this surprise jump raid, so he wouldn't destroy or hide evidence. And would you find out they found everything right where they thought it would be? right where they thought it would be. Now you got red hat wearing cats saying, why are they doing this to us? They're really doing it to us because they don't want Trump in office. They know he's going to be in the office again. He's destined for the Oval Office again. They know we're going to win. He's actually going to say it.
And all the agreements, all the documents, everything that has been given up to this point for a raid on the former president's residence. I mean, I don't get upset or rattled easily about politics in this country. I know you don't either. This is the Rubicon being crossed. This is something we've never seen.
He equated this to the Rubicon being crossed, which is, if the Rubicon being crossed is when the Senate in Rome voted a certain Caesar out. I think it was Augustus Caesar. But Augustus, at the time, he was out at war with his soldiers. Now, if you cross the Rubicon with your soldiers in a certain way, it's considered a declaration of war on Rome. Augustus crossed the Rubicon and took over Rome. He's equating to the hostile takeover of Rome as this little FBI raid where everybody lived. Would you believe everybody lived? Everybody lived in this FBI raid. No shots were fired. He's equating that to the hostile takeover of Rome. That's how much they care about themselves, but couldn't give a damn about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Man. Couldn't give a damn about us. He really thinks that this takeover is purely political. It's purely to undermine the president. When really, man, he committed a crime. Donald, did he not commit a crime? Did he not steal things and then they found the stolen things in his house? How about that part? Can we discuss that issue at all?
Before, this is something that is outrageous, and the usage of the FBI in this way is the nail in the coffin for so many Americans as to whether you trust the FBI or trust the DOJ. Clearly not on political matters.
Well, it's not crazy if you actually understand America. Right. He said because of this, I don't know if we can trust the FBI. Can we trust the Department of Justice? Can we trust them now that they've found stolen property in Donald Trump's house? Can we trust them now? Let me tell you something, man. It's lunacy. It's lunacy, and there is a double standard in America. There's a double standard in America. You should have never trusted the FBI the moment that it was declassified that the former head of the FBI, black people, the N-word, and literally tried to set them up, got all sorts of brothers locked up, man, and murdered and killed, paid for them, paid for snitches and all of that, paid for their informants to try to set them up, gave them C4 and things like that, and Molotov cocktails to see if they would start a riot in the city. Some did, some didn't. That's what your FBI did, and you trusted them after that. You trusted them after they destroyed communities, black communities. But as soon as they try to disrupt Donald Trump, hey, can we trust these guys anymore? Can we trust the FBI anymore? I think you think a little too white, if you understand what I'm saying. I think you care about some people more than others. I think you have a double standard. There is a double standard in America that you believe in. You got a comment on?
Oh, a sister put something in the chat that was heavy.
Yeah, let me see. Let's see if I can pull it up. Just what is it? This one? This one. All right, Kadasha on Facebook says they will go back 10 years on people who did anything to look up. They'll go back 10 years on your record, just trying to find something on you. To do anything to look up so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. That's a fact. Give her a hand. They'll go back 10 years on you. They'll go back 10 years on you, try to get something current on you. But they don't want them to be looked into at all. Let me see if we got anything here on TikTok. FBI killed Malcolm X and MLK. That's a fact. And after they killed those two black men, you know what the masses in America did? They felt safe at home. They felt safe and they trusted the FBI. Not after today. Not after the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, raided Donald Trump. Now half of America doesn't trust the FBI. which showed you that there's a double standard. Nobody even died during this raid. Nobody died, but there was a crime being committed. Let's see if we got something else. We got Trump was necessary. He stirred up ish. Yeah, I would damn near agree with you, Maverick. I would damn near agree with you. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to what I got. Read that verse you got out.
This is book Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
The Bible says never, never, never trust your enemy, man. Let me tell you something. Since we got off those goddamn slave ships, before that, really, biblically, even before that, our oppressor and our enemy has been generally everybody else. Everybody else has treated us harshly, man. Everyone else has tried to make merchandise out of us, which means to basically finesse and steal from us.
Right.
Everybody, man. Everybody's tried to do that to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, and they've gotten away with it because we trust them. We trust in due process. We trust in the DOJ. We trust in the FBI and the CIA, right. Even though the CIA and politicians try to demonize Hispanics, right, by calling weed marijuana. That's an actual thing you can look up. Cannabis was not called marijuana. They did that to say that Mexicans are lazy. Basically, what they say today, Mexicans are stealing your job. All they do is smoke marijuana and get high and take up land. That's so that they could demonize Hispanics, so that they could take California and Texas. Right. You could go look that up. And nobody felt bad. Nobody, because though anybody who mattered to America looked, lighter than this.
Right.
And that's what it's become in this country. We trust our oppressor. Keep reading.
For like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Like iron rusted, so is his wickedness, man. His wickedness spreads. It spreads into the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. Right. Spreads like a crack epidemic. Spreads like goddamn, give me something else. Spreads like every law and order bill, right, the 3 strikes rule and things like that. Right. Goddamn, there was an opioid epidemic. Why wouldn't them meth heads getting locked up? Right. Why weren't they getting locked up? Brothers get strung out on crack that you made, and now we gotta lock them all up. We gotta do away with them. And everyone trusted the FBI and the CIA when that was going on. Right. Everybody trusted their president and their politician when that was going on. But if any rust were to spread on them, any wickedness were to spread back on them, even the slightest bit, they would not trust themselves. Right. They wouldn't even trust themselves. Exactly. This is your organization. The FBI it's still being headed by, Caucasians. Is that it on that? I think the next verse. Read the next verse.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass.
Let me tell you something, man. Even though he goes down crouching, he bows his head and he comes humbly like, look, we just want to, what does Joe Biden say? We just want to help, low income families, and we want to help, get the policing better, but we got to get these guns off the streets. Right. Even though he comes down low and crouching, read the rest of that.
And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Let me tell you something. Even though he comes down humble, you'll know that his wickedness is still there. The effects of what he's done to you is still there. The effect. That's what the Bible's talking about, that his rust is not all the way wiped away, man. Because we still got crackheads in 2022. The crack epidemic was in the 80s, man. People would love to think that all of this stuff was just so long ago. It was so far in the past, but really it was not. Really, it was not. If Martin Luther King wasn't assassinated, he'd be here. He'd be alive today to tell you about all the dogs getting sicked on him and water hoses being spewed at his and other brothers and sisters' faces. Well, if he would be alive, then the people who did it would be alive, and then those people would have had sons and daughters, and then they would then be influenced by so on and so forth. All of these things are still evident today. Right. They're still evident today, and you can see it. You don't want to see it because you want to believe the lies of your oppressor, man. You want to believe them. Let me get the I got a whole First Samuel's 25. I'm gonna get where I want you to go on there. I got a couple more videos, a couple more verses, and, and I'll be answering questions for brothers and sisters and anyone else in the. Let me see. Let's see what we got here on TikTok. Twists and turns. Mayweather. No. Okay, who is this? Sicario says Mayweather, Tyson, Charles Barkley. They said it best. Trump was never a racist before he ran for president. Let me tell you something. Have you ever heard of closeted racism? Right. You ever hung out? Look, here's a story. There's this kid who used to go to high school with me. White kid. I think his name was Trevor. Very white name. His name was Trevor. He hung out with all the, he mostly hung out with white kids, but he'd hang out with certain white kids that hung out with black kids, aka me. And you know what I'm saying? And one day, Trevor, you would never expect. Trevor gave the white kids who hung out with the black kids, he gave them all KKK pamphlets. Gave them all KKK pamphlets. You never would have guessed. You never would have known. Told them, that they're a part of the master race and all of that white supremacist garbage, man. You don't really know who you're sitting next to. That's why I have this class. That's why I have this class. Even though you trust them, you look at them, you trust them to do the right thing, you trust them to do what they say, they're not going to. They're not going to do it unless it's going to hurt you, man. Unless it's going to hurt you. What else we got in here? Closet racism, some leftist BS. Yeah, that's what you think. That's what most closeted racists think. All right, let me get this next video while I pull up this precept for y'all.
This one with David.
Yes.
Yeah. Did work for the city.
Yeah, that's the one. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna pull out some hilariousness. I heard Commander Juliana say that one. It's a heavy precept. Let me get this thing going. I'm gonna show y'all the ignorance of the double standard in America today. I'll show you the ignorance that perpetuates racism today. Let me tell you something about faith. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. Right. You know what I'm saying? These MAGA hat wearers have faith in Donald Trump. Donald Trump is their God. Right. They worship him, man. Right. Because he tells them everything they want to hear. Just like you Christians. You go to church on Sunday because that pastor tells you everything you want to hear. Right. I'm here to give you the news, which is what God is really saying. Let's get this up. Damn, let me see what we can do here. Boom, bow. That's how you stat.
That they attack President Donald Trump, the more it makes me want to support him.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love this boy's determination. The more they attack Donald Trump, the more it makes him want to support him. That's out of his mouth, man. He could do no wrong. Donald Trump can do no wrong to half of this nation. In the eyes of half of the people of America. Right. What's that? Over 150 million? Over 170 million people in America. Donald Trump could do no wrong. Donald Trump, he's best president in America. Right. Since FDR and Roosevelt and all of them. Let me see what TikTok's saying real quick. Trump, look, and there you go right there. I think this same man right here is in TikTok. He said Trump tells the truth, boy.
That they attack President Donald Trump, the more it makes me want to support him.
That's heavy, man. Yeah, that's right. All of those people the same way, man. All of those people, look, man, because, and this is in response to the goddamn FBI raiding for the classified documents that Donald Trump actually stole. He actually stole them, man. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Any blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, I would be careful who you align yourself with.
Multiple amounts of things that turn out to be.
Look, the beast is America. I don't care if you're on the left wing of the beast or the right wing of the beast. You're still a part of the beast. The only real reason you have is to be with the beast or be with God in heaven. And God is separate from America. God is holy from America. He's not going for any of this. You think God is actually Donald Trump supporter?
Right now.
You think God is actually Joe Biden supporter? A lot of y'all believe in the lesser of two evils. Let me tell you something. God is not about the evils. God ain't supporting the evils. If God is issuing out evil, it's to punish somebody. But you obviously know that these people are evil. And yet you still get behind them. Yet you still support them, man. You still support them. You still go and vote for them every day, all day, every 2 years, every 4 years. And you're wasting your time. What you need to be doing is getting with your brothers in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, man.
That's right.
Vote for a real leader who actually cares about you, actually gives a damn about you, and doesn't have a double standard for you. Doesn't have a double. We're blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans united. There is no hierarchy if you're born Hispanic in here. There's no hierarchy if you're born black in here. There's no hierarchy if you're born Native in here. We're all brothers. We're all brothers, man. But there is a hierarchy if you're not born white in America. There's a hierarchy if you're born white. There's, statistically speaking, you won't be shot by the cops as much. Statistically speaking, you won't be stopped by the police as much. Imagine being 13% of the population, but getting stopped as much as 70% of the population.
Right.
That's what you suffer being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American Indian, man. Those are statistics.
Right.
Those are statistics, man. You don't got to argue with me. You can argue with the numbers. You can argue with, whoever you see fit. And that's the reality you live in. And you're openly voting and siding with the people who are going to continue to keep the status quo. Keep the status quo. And that's what these Trump supporters are angry about. The status quo for the FBI is not to attack white people. It's to generally attack blacks and Hispanics.
Right.
And and Native American Indians. Goddamn, the FBI destabilized Central and South America. Do we remember Panama?
Right.
Do we remember Panama at all? How they went in and just blew it up. One night they blew it up so they could build the Panama Canal. America, FBI, CIA, together in one, destroying Hispanics.
Right.
But you want to vote this year for Donald Trump, don't you? Make America great again. I want to make Panama great again.
That's right.
I want to make Mexico great again.
That's
I want to make the reservation great again, man. I want to work, and it was great when they owned the whole thing, when they owned the whole lump sum. It's crazy that white people tell Mexicans and this and that to go back where you came from. Well, they're from here. You're not. You're not from here. You're not actually from here. You're the immigrant. You're the illegal.
Right.
You stole. But hey, I digress. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into a story in the Bible where David, David is a righteous and kind man. I know y'all Trump supporters. I know y'all believe in your Bible. Let's listen to what the Bible says. And some men that he trusted did not treat him right. even though he did work in building up their city and things like that, just like blacks and Hispanics have done in this country, worked and built this place up for free and for little to no money at all. Worked and built this place up, and these men, these rich men, did evil unto him. Read what you got. Well, let me pull up which verse. Go to 25. I think I want you in verse 5. Let me get that. Oh my God. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's go straight to 4. Yeah, just go straight to 4. For a little bit of context, earlier in the chapter, David, there's a city full of rich men that he helped out. And his city, and in that city, David left some sheep and things like that while he's out in the wilderness fighting, civil wars to unify, the nation of Israel, not like the tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
This is book of 1 Samuel, chapter 25, verse 4. And David heard in the wilderness that Nabal did sear his sheep.
David heard that Nabal, these people in this city, they sheared his sheep, right, which is stealing. Right. They stole from David, which happens to blacks and Hispanics today. Where it's stolen from, they stole Breonna Taylor's home. You know, that's why they killed her. They killed Breonna Taylor so that they could further gentrify her neighborhood. And eventually the city bought her house back after she had died for $1. They bought her house for $1, man. And that's the reality. That's the reality. Rich people only care about getting richer. They don't care about the lives of human beings. There's no, most rich people, but they don't care about the lives of human beings. They don't care about the wellness of the poor or anything like that. They would kill a black or Hispanic if it meant $10 more in their bank account. They start adding up the numbers. They're like, how many tens is that? How many tens? I just want to, weigh my risk to reward. Keep reading.
Verse 5. And David sent out 10 young men. And David said unto the young men, get up. It's like, get up, Carmel, and go to Nabal and greet him in my name.
David told, his soldiers, hey, go, a few of his young soldiers, go over to Nabal after hearing that they stole from him. Go over to Nabal, go greet him. Go be nice. Go ask him what's going on. What's happening? Keep reading.
Verse 6. And thus shall ye say to him that lived in prosperity, peace be both to thee.
Read that again. They live in what?
Lived in prosperity.
These people live in prosperity. David is the king, and he living in the wilderness, in the woods, trying to unify the nation. And these people are living rich and lavishly, and they stole from David. They stole from him. Keep reading.
Peace be both to thee, and peace be to thine house.
David told him to go tell. David told these young men, go tell them, hey, peace. What's up? Peace be unto you. Peace be unto your house. Told him to go there with manners. He could have came an entirely different way.
Right.
He could have came lacking mercy. You know what I'm saying? Him being the king at the time. Now, this is an example unto the rulers and the kings of this America today, man. Y'all, you are rich and powerful beyond belief. Beyond belief. You got goddamn Afghanistanis and Iranis and Iraqis afraid of the blue sky because you have planes that fly so high they don't even know where the missile's coming from. So they're just afraid of the blue sky, the entire sky. That's how much power you have in this wicked country. But with all that power and all that wealth, you still don't look to the people you abuse and the people you steal from and the people you shame, right, and with mercy or any kind of care in your eyes, man. Keep reading.
And peace be unto all that thou hast.
He said, peace be unto all that you have. He said, he not even cursing them. Keep reading.
Verse 7. And now, Shlaki, and now I have heard that thou hast shears. Now thou shepherds which were with us. We hurt them not. Neither was there aught missing unto them.
David said, look, I heard about, you stealing from me. Look, I got your sheep shearers. They were with us at a time. We never hurt them. We took care of them. We did well by you. Keep reading.
All the while they were in Carmel. Verse 8. Ask thy young men, and they will show thee. Wherefore let the young man find favor in thy eyes, for we come in a good day. Give, I pray thee, whatsoever come to thy hand unto thy servants and to thy son of David.
He said, because of how I treated you and all that, and all how well I've done by you, I hope we're still friends. Because of that, I want you to give whatever is, because of this transgression, give unto me whatever seems right. Give unto me whatever you can give me, give it to me. That's like if blacks and Hispanics were like, look, I know about, and which we have done, which blacks and Hispanics have done in this wicked country, and the Native American Indians have done in this wicked country. We have served for 400 years, persecuted, lynched, raped, robbed, and murdered for 400 years. And at the end of it all, we just ask, hey, whatever you can give me to help me today, I will take it. You know what they tell us? Look, I wasn't alive then. I didn't keep you out. You wasn't my slave. Basically saying it isn't me. Basically saying there's nothing to do with me. I have nothing to do with what you're going through. David is asking these men who stole from him that he took care of.
Right.
He took care of. He built them up. He built their city up. It was a little shanty town, just a bunch of houses built together before David was there. And these men had the audacity to steal from him. And David he's just like saying, whatever you can give me, give it to me. We'll call this square. We can move on from there. Keep reading.
Verse 9. And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal, according to all those words in the name of David, and ceased. Verse 10. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David? And who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
Let me tell you something, man. These David's soldiers and servants went unto these men and did everything he told them to do. Asked them to just give whatever you could give, and they act like they didn't even know him. Just like how this wicked country acts with us.
Right. Just
like how it acts with blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. They act like they don't even know that what the hell we're talking about.
Right.
You don't know about the police brutality. You don't know about Breonna Taylor, Philando Castile,
right.
George Floyd.
Right.
You don't know about the lynchings that still go on today, the sundown towns sprinkled all around the South, where basically the law turns a blind eye to the murders of blacks, the murders of Hispanics.
Right.
You don't know anything about that, do you? You don't know about the wrongs you've wrought me. That's what these rich men said to David, just like how America says to us today.
That's right.
Just exactly like that. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Verse 11. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my seers, and give it unto men whom I know not whence they be?
These rich men said, am I supposed to pay more taxes now?
Right.
That's what they say. That's what they say, don't they? Oh, I'm supposed to pay more taxes for these blacks' reparations. So they can live, I'm supposed the taxes. Look, I'm paying extra taxes so they could get food stamps. when food stamps goes to more white houses than any other household in America.
Right.
By a disproportional rate, not a number, a rate. Welfare is the exact same way. Goddamn Jewish people and white people are abusing the welfare system. They say, I'm supposed to pay more taxes so they could get welfare? So they could get so this welfare mom can have a Lamborghini and 18 kids? That's what they say. I'm supposed to take the food out of the mouth of my servants and the sheep shears and things like that. My servants, the people I'm supposed to pay already to help this person. I don't even know them. They took our service and they threw us away and they steal and rape and rob us to this day, man. There's a double standard in America.
Right.
There's a double standard in America. And as a Black or Hispanic and Native American Indian, you ought to see it, man. You ought to see it. Let me give it a moment here. I'm going to look over these TikTok questions and comments. What's up, baby? Facebook. What about what we got on here? Facebook. Kadasha coming in with the hitters. God damn. Kadasha on Facebook says, Donald Trump doesn't even pay taxes. How what are we talking about here? We're talking about law-abiding citizens. Donald Trump is not, it's not about the law. It's not about anything other than you love your own or you hate your own. What do we got here? This one right here. Let's see what we got. We got Kadasha again, says, Salakia, sir, if I could, on Facebook. Doesn't the scriptures say that they have a perpetual hatred against the Most High's chosen people? That's correct. That's correct, sis. I'm just trying to baby walk. You're exactly right. You know what I'm saying? Give her a hand. Give her a hand. The Bible says that. Bible says that they have a perpetual hatred. Perpetual means forever. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at this point or at that point. It's forever. It doesn't stop when we're free out of the chains. Now they're mad we're out of the chains. It doesn't stop when, we're voting for their presidents and we're wearing the red MAGA hats. It doesn't stop then. The hatred continues, man. That's what the Bible says. Now, if you're to believe, if you want to believe something other than the words of God, that's your own prerogative. That's your own prerogative, man. I'm just trying to show Blacks and Hispanics what kind of system that they're interacting in today. Let's get something off of this TikTok. What we got here? And you could drop that and you could pick up Zechariah chapter 11 verse 5. Let me see what that say. They really just getting into it in the chat. Okay, no sweat. If y'all coming in, man, drop us a like. You could chill. You could chill. But if you're coming in the room, drop us a like. Whether you love us or hate us, we're gonna be here anyway. Rain, sleet, or snow. Log in to ISUPK. Look us up, ISUPK, on all platforms. ISUPK, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, you're seeing us on one of them right now. So that's, I'm saying it so that you can find us anywhere or everywhere else. And whenever you get that out, we'll be ready to go. Let me check something else out. This John hilarious. Actually, hold that. Get Lamentations 4 and 17. What's good? Yeah. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Who's up in here, man? We got Isaiah Morey, Chris Noble. Man, drop us some likes, man. Kenny Best. We got Deline, Robin, Karen. I hope you're not a Karen. Bobby Green. I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're one of the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, drop us a like. Oh, this is good. She got the salute going. Who that? Patience. Look, she got the salute going. Shalom, sis. Look, we live on TikTok. We live everywhere tonight. Donald Trump doesn't even pay his taxes, man. I wish. Says you got to come with that heat. You got to come with that heat early on. That's crazy. How did I forget he don't pay taxes? We saw his tax return 1 year, a whole 365 days. He said he only made $750. What, he washed cars for like 2 weeks? Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy that they would insinuate that, you know, that we have a fair shake in this country. It's crazy. Baba Kashai, if you could.
This is Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed.
Oh, Most High Christ. No, go ahead.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our very help. And it's like in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
The Bible says that our eyes have failed. That means we've been looking for so long for these people to help us that you're going blind. That means that's what it means for your eyes to fail. Your eyes have failed looking for some vain help, looking for these people to help you, looking for them to assist you and what do you want? For them to stop beating you down, like what that brother in California. Damn, what's his name? Rodney King. Imagine Rodney King. He's like, look, I'm not even gonna sue y'all. Could y'all just not beat me like that next time we get into a traffic stop? Crazy. Rodney King looked like a dead body after they was done. Them cops was done beating him. He looked like a dead body. That's not even a joke. That's not even a joke. Our eyes have looked for this vain help, and that's what we do, man. We always ask, can you just stop beating us? Can you just stop treating us this way? When really the solution is inside of you, like Christ said. Christ said the kingdom of heaven is within you.
Right.
You don't gotta ask for somebody to give it to you. You don't gotta ask for your oppressor to be nicer. Hey, that's like being in hell and being like, hey, could you not poke me so hard with that pitchfork? That's what you Christians believe in. Y'all believe in a hell where a red person with horns and a tail and a pitchfork is just burning you and stabbing you all day. Imagine going to that kind of hell and being like, hey, could you just chill back there? Look, I'm burning already. You look dumb. It's not the wisest plan to do. Keep reading.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us. Verse 18. They hunt our steps.
Look, the Bible says you have watched for a nation that could not save you. They will not save you. They can't do it. It's out of their price range.
Right.
It's out of their margin of error. Just like those wicked rich men in 1 Samuel 25. They can't save you. Right. It's gonna take away from the food that the things that they were already gonna give to other people and things like that. When really it would just take away from themselves.
Right.
That's why they can't help you, because they're so selfish and self-centered that they could never assist you. The water. This that strong. This that drink that make you strong. Served. All right. And we read that next. Oh yeah, read that next. You got something you want to say?
I'll read it.
Okay, all right.
I'll come back to it. Verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets.
The Bible says that our oppressor hunts our steps, so you can't even go in your streets. You know, something you gotta do. You gotta travel to go get groceries.
Right.
You gotta travel to go up and down the street, go get gas, go pick your kids up from school. Your kids gotta go to school. The Bible say you can't even go on the street. Goddamn, you can't even stay at home now.
Right.
The way they did Breonna Taylor, you can't even do that now. That's what the Bible says. You're over here praying that these people who have no intention of helping you, they've had 100, 200 years for the opportunity to help you. The best they help you with is with a hashtag on Twitter. Hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Hashtag George Floyd. Hashtag Breonna Taylor.
Right.
Look, I do not want to be a hashtag guy. How about we stop the part where before the hashtag?
Right.
Can you prevent me from being a hashtag? That would be community activism for me. But these people cannot save you. They cannot save you according to the Bible, according to God's word. You know what I'm saying? You can't even go in the streets. They're hunting your steps. They're hunting your every move. If you a dope boy, you know all about that. You're a dope boy. You out there selling work. You know about your steps being hunted. Right. That paranoia don't ever leave them people either. That paranoia of that police turned around for a reason. That paranoia of, oh, the block is hot, I better get inside. That don't leave Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man.
Right.
Because it's biblical.
Right.
They are hunting you. They are looking for you. They are trying to catch you on a hang up. You got something to say?
It was just a comment that earlier the sis that was checking in was Monster.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's all. Yeah. Yeah. Give these sisters a hand, man. Let me tell you something about these sisters. Look, we got real brothers and sisters really fighting and dying for our people. These sisters right here, they are exceptional. Exceptional. Right. Goddamn, cook you a kitchen and build you a damn near build you a bedroom too. Right. These sisters out here, they'll build you a wardrobe. Got the sewing, the shirt making, the pants sewing, all of that on lock. And good night, the kitchen. Look, you a Black or Hispanic, you need to make it to one of these high holy days. Show up and get some of this good home cooking. You ain't never had it like this before.
Right.
You never had it like this. Give the sisters a hand.
That's right.
Give these brothers a hand. You know what I'm saying? And that's the God honest truth, man. Is that it on that? You can get that Zachariah. Nah, we're gonna close it out with that. If we got any questions, drop them in the chat. Calc, as I say, they refuse to save us. The Black firefighters they refuse to employ in Oregon and in California too. That's crazy. Look, let me tell you something. California would have burned down to the ground in 2021 if it wasn't for Black and Hispanic inmates that they forced.
Right.
They forced to fight fires.
Right.
They forced them to fight fires. It wasn't an option. Well, I guess maybe it was. They were like, look, we'll send y'all a couple of 50-cent pieces. Y'all go ahead and fight these fires out here. You know, the ones that everybody dying in. After they did that, they applied a lot of inmates got out. They applied wanting to be a firefighter. You know what they said? No. You can't be a firefighter. Well, I could when I was locked up in jail and the labor was close to free. I could do it then. Why can't I do it now? Because this nation doesn't regard or care about you. Doesn't actually care about you. Doesn't care about what do they say prison is for? It's for rehabilitation. Doesn't really. It's not trying to rehabilitate you. It's trying to destroy you and keep you locked down to get you back into prison. So you don't have to be a firefighter I pay. You're a firefighter that's free.
Right.
That's what you are. That's what you are. You need to go back, sell some drugs, let my brother catch you, go back to jail, and then fight the fire for free.
Right.
You got that?
Yeah, come. It's like this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold them not guilty, and they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich." And their own shepherds pity them not.
Let me tell you something, man. That's exactly what's going on here, man. Your possessor slays you and holds himself not guilty. That's what they did to Breonna Taylor.
All right.
Damn near they did that to George Floyd. They was like, look, I know there was a lot of officers there that day, but just Derek Chauvin's gonna take the fall. He's gonna be our little scapegoat tonight. That's what happened. If it wasn't for the outrageous worldwide outcry you know, it would have been another Derek Chauvin on the police force. Would have been another white supremacist on the police force, man. And that's what it would have been, because your oppressor holds himself not guilty. Holds himself not guilty. Read it from that part.
It's like, yeah. Whose possessor slay them and holds himself not guilty.
Your possessor slays you and holds himself not guilty. Keep reading.
And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord.
Yeah, they say, blessed be the Lord. Keep reading. Why do they say it?
For I am rich.
They say, thank God I'm rich. Thank God I'm rich. Because, you know, these poor people catching it out here, boy. I could never go out like George Floyd. That's why they say that. They say, thank God I'm rich. They bless God. They pray up in heaven. They be like, Lord, shout out for looking after me. Because I got dough in the pocket and things like that. And I can survive and make and shake out here. That's how wicked this nation makes people. Makes all people, blacks, Hispanics, other nations and things like that. That's how wicked we've become, because the love of money is the root of all evil, man. They love their money. They love their Bentleys, their Mercedes, all of that, more than they love a poor man, more than they love the life of a man or a woman or a child, even, man.
Right.
Goddamn.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the God honest truth. That's the God honest truth. Go ahead.
This scripture right here is so heavy because, it said, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. So today's society, this is our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? They're rich in this land, you know what I'm saying, in this kingdom. And who's their Lord? Their Lord is Caesar Borgia. You know what I'm saying? It's the same God, the same Christ that our people praise up in Christian church.
Right.
You're praising up a God that, you know what I'm saying, that your oppressor praise up. And the reason why your oppressor praise up that God because they're rich. Why are you praising that same God? You're not rich.
That's a fact.
You're dying out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get shot up in your home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. Like, well, people, like, we gotta understand, like, this country, this place is not for us. You know what I mean? Caesar Borgia, the Christian church, they're not for us. But for us, you know what I'm saying, for us to come together and for us to separate from this hell. If not, we're gonna keep dying.
Hey, that's a fact. Give him a hand. That's a fact. The thing is, man, you're praying to a God that's never was for you. You're praying to a Caesar Borgia. You got a white Jesus Christ picture in your house. You got a wooden cross over the door frame. You know what I'm saying? A rosary around your neck. That God ain't helping you. That God ain't helping you, man. That God is destroying blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indian households, man. That's the same God that Warren Buffett, who the Microsoft cat? Bill Gates, all of them, they pray to that. They care for that. You're over here wasting your time, wasting your prayers and your energy for a God that's not for you, man. God, Jesus, the real Jesus Christ is black.
Right.
The real Jesus Christ in heaven is black. You're praying to God for these prayers that he's not with. Christ loved the poor.
That's right.
He cared for the poor. He clothed and fed and took care of the poor, man. You thought those people that he was feeding, those fish and loaves of bread to, you thought they were rich?
Right.
You think they're rich, don't you? They was out in the wilderness needing a hot meal. The rich need a hot meal tonight. No, goofy.
Right.
Jesus cares about the poor.
That's
Now,
right.
who does America care about? Who does America care about? Who does all these rich people care about? They care about themselves. That's what America is built on. It's the nation of self-love and self-caring.
Right.
And if you don't get your way, then you're not really, you're not really powerful or high power or whatever the case might be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to realize who you're praying to. The reason you pray that you go to that church is because that pastor got more money than other pastors.
Right.
That's why you go to that church, because that pastor is richer than other pastors. That's why you like him. He got a Rolls Royce. He got a Balenciaga. I don't know where they make shoes. Balenciaga shoes. Yeah. You know, all of the things that Christ didn't give a damn about.
Right.
All the things that Christ didn't care about. Man. Exactly. That's why you pray to him, because you're praying to a God that isn't written of in the Bible, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Is there a little more on that?
That's it on that.
Yeah. All right. With that, man, we're gonna close this class out. We're gonna I'm gonna give the class announcements out to Priest and Officer Bun Zion. After that, we'll be reading the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and in English.
This is the ISUPK announcements. We are the ISUPK, started off west, 125th Street, Harvard, New York, under Command Junior Hunter. We are rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are hidden, shed themselves of the world. If they need termination, the teacher will arrange it. Another 6 months. If a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to her brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. Another 6 months. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and in Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. It means 10 in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10 of every penny of any increase the Lord give you. Give the treasury department or teacher, priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial blowing of the trumpets, first day of the seventh month. It'll be Sunday, the 25th of September, 2022. You can find Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. That includes the security announcements.
All right, man. With that, Imajim, which means to stand in Hebrew. All right, Sar, turn and face the east. We're going to be doing the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and in English. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Lathanawa, Lakum, Call, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kawawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawath Yunawa, Wala'a, Tabi'aya now, Banasai 1, Abal, Hawashaya now, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahata Para, La'ai Walamium, Aman, in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. All right, Sar, turn to face the brothers. We're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and sisters. The brothers first. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Bragathor. Yajim Matah. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Men of Israel, Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak. Yahweh Shemar Latah Hashem Yahweh Shah. Yajim Matah. Class dismissed.